You know, we ran the show open of Funny as Hell because that was the only clean part we could find. Jon Dore is joining us now. How are you?
Hello,
I feel
Jon.
great. It's nice to see the two of you.
Nice to see you too. How have you been? We can't even remember the last time we saw you. Was it really 3 years ago?
It's been a while, but I do love, there's a couple of great, I love visiting Vancouver, and one of the reasons I love visiting it is because there's a consistency here. It's always fresh, it's lush. And Mike and Fiona are together. And it genuinely is, you are a staple. You are
15
a staple.
years.
You're
15
part
years.
of, I mean, tourism.org. VancouverTourism.org should have a picture of the two of you. And sometimes I sound sarcastic or insincere, but I genuinely mean this.
I think it might be the .org that seemed insincere. If you said .com seems sincere.
We would have said yes.
.org feels insincere for some reason.
Org is hip, man.
Is it really?
Oh, is that,
It is.
Is that the new thing?
Yeah. And trust me, I know hip. But it's nice to know that the two of you are still here. Genuinely, it makes me happy.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And how are you enjoying Los Angeles?
I like it.
Yeah?
It's great. There are palm trees. It is warm. Couple of pill addictions. I don't want to get into that, but yeah, there's a darkness to my life.
Do you revel, I mean, when you first get down there as a good Canadian kid?
Do you need to talk, Jon?
Yeah, I do.
Is there darkness in there?
Yeah. I have some problems. But Mike, you were about to say...
Well, I just, when you go down to California, there is a certain, you feel a certain freedom, and you feel a certain, because
it's America.
As
freedom.
a Canadian kid, it's warm, it's sunny, it's the same temperature almost all year long.
Yeah, there are no seasons whatsoever. It's the same temperature. It's wonderful. You can sleep in every day. You can sleep in because you know the next day is going to be exactly the same.
You're
it's
not gonna
always
miss
sunny
anything.
and beautiful. You're not going to miss a thing. Yeah.
yeah.
Excuse me.
No,
it is. No, but I had to burp, and I did, and that's the kind of freedom I like about coming back here.
Yeah, we like you to be free here. Just keep it to burps, all right?
What else could happen? What do you mean?
I just made my own awkward moment. You were feeling shame before.
Yeah.
Now I'm feeling shame.
And you, shame is a constant companion for Jon Dore?
Yeah, I feel shame every once in a while, but this is a very general topic right now we're getting into. But yes, I do feel shame occasionally, yeah. Okay. You put yourself out there, you perform in front of people. Yes, of course you feel like, oh, why did I do that? People are going to judge me. Yeah, I feel shame, but it's because I'm not good at anything else. I have to do this.
And you continue to do it. Funny as Hell is a brilliant show because it does take that idea of comedy and what people see every day, and it changes your perception, because not everybody gets out to shows that really sort of challenge what they think of as being comedic and funny.
And Funny as Hell, much different than what Just for Laughs used to do with their galas on CBC, whereas that's a prime time, more family-friendly approach to stand-up comedy, whereas Funny as Hell, it has that feel. Yeah, it's not. It has that feel of going into like a dark basement and listening to kind of a little bit more edgy comedy, and there's no censorship whatsoever. So whatever the comedian says goes, and so that's kind of fun. And it doesn't work for everyone, but it definitely works for those.
It's unusual to see that on television. I mean, that idea of no censorship, where people do have freedom to just do their act, and it gets out there to whoever wants to find it.
And I mean, that's the way it should be. I mean, some people, it doesn't work when you do it another way. So if you showcase them the way they want to be showcased, then people can either love or hate them based on that. Yeah.
Are you going to burp again?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Maybe we should revisit the way you actually drink your water, which involves a lot of air.
Yeah.
If you like.
We can give you lessons later. Now, do the audience know when they go into Funny as Hell that they are what they're getting themselves into?
Not always. No.
Not always.
That's the one problem. Sometimes they think they're just going to see a free comedy show. Yeah. So hopefully they change that this year, because sometimes, comedians will go up and they will say something, and then the audience will go, oh my God, did he really behave that way at his mother's funeral? I have a mother. Loosen up.
Yeah.
Just deal, people. Was it tough did the network come to you, with HBO, with this idea? Or?
Well, Just for Laughs approached me and asked me to host the show, and I wanted some money, and so I did it. Yeah.
That's usually a little enticing. How do you pick which comics come on the show?
I don't pick them. Just for Laughs picks them. Yeah, but I think the process, they just kind of look for who is kind of up and coming in the States, in Canada, and Australia, and Britain, and they try and find a nice mix of people that are doing quote unquote maybe alternative comedy. Yeah.
Do you like watching other comics? Or
I love watching other comics.
Because I always wondered whether it would have too much influence.
You wonder a lot. That's one of the things I like about you is how you wonder.
He's a thinker.
But don't you think, like, when I say something funny, I'm wondering already.
No, now you're wondering about what you're going to say.
I'm not at all. I know exactly what I'm going to say. When you hear someone that's funny,
yes,
it influences your idea of how to approach whatever subject they're talking about. So wouldn't that be slightly dangerous for a comedian that you're watching other people?
Now I'm curious about your wondering. What are you wondering at this point? When someone watches a comedian.
When you, as a professional,
personally,
when you watch another comedian and maybe they broach a similar subject that you do, they do it in a different way. Does that influence what you do?
I don't think so. Like, what do you mean? Like, when I'm watching a comedian, do I and I see?
Now I know how John Gameshi felt.
Neon Gian? Neon Gian. No, but are you asking me, like, when I watch a comedian and I see him, does that influence?
Yeah, in a bad way, right? Because
in a bad way.
Well, or maybe in a good way, but it influences what you do, and so.
Fiona, you should talk more.
Here we go.
But yes, I suppose, you can be influenced by a comedian. You have to be careful that way. And it's usually earlier on, I think, in a stand-up's career. You watch other comedians and then you're influenced, and sometimes you use their style or something like that. And you have to be very careful of that. Mitch Hedberg, of course, hilarious comedian who passed away in 2005. A lot of people liked his style, and then you see a lot of his style come up in new comedians, and you got to be careful of that.
But it takes some time, I would think, to identify your style, your voice, your way of approaching things.
This is the Jon Dore style right here.
I'm also wondering about your voice and how long it took you to find that.
Oh, I'm still trying to find it.
Do you still end a lot of your sets with taking your shirt off?
No, I gave that up.
No, really?
Why? Was there a moment that you recognized that's it, it's over?
I started getting depressed. I started looking in the mirror when I was drawing things on my body, and I was looking in the mirror. I was just kind of thinking about life and what I've done with it.
And then cue the shame. A little bit.
The duck hat plays well with tears.
Now, what can we expect? Funny as Hell, is it changing for the second season, or?
Yes. Here's what's different about. I'm not going to talk like that. Here's what's different. Here's different about season 2. My friends Adam Brody and Dave Delaney directed the video components of the piece, and so we've done some outrageous video components that are really well. Yes,
you did last season. I watched a couple this morning. They were quite. I don't know.
Much different this year.
I laughed, though.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. But much different this year. We spoof a variety of different things, and we just, we put a lot of focus on that, But it's just funny, we have so many funny comics, sorry to interrupt, but like Hannibal Buress, Eugene Merman, Jeffrey Ross, a lot of really funny comics coming on this year,
I was just going to say we roofied that water, which means we have to take a quick break.
You whatted this water? You whatted?
Roofied.
Roofied. Can you conjugate roofie? Roofied, is that properly?
To roof, I guess.
I don't know. Starting to taste pretty good, though.
We're going to take a break. If you want to check it out, you can watch Funny as Hell. It's returning to HBO for its second season, February 24th. Do not miss it.
I'm finished with wondering. I'm not wondering.
Are you thinking?
I am no longer wondering.
You're full of wonder at all times.
You've killed my wonder.
It could be funny as heaven for those Christians as well. It's not just funny as hell, funny as heaven. Heaven can be a funny place.
It can be.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with more right after this.